All right, we are in the Smithsonian Institute on Sunday, July 23rd, and I cannot use my gimbal, so it's going to be a little bumpy, but we're excited. I'm excited to be here. And this is Clara Barton's ambulance, 1898 to 1904. Wow. Oh, Chickamauga, Georgia. And then she used this ambulance at her Glen Echo, Maryland home after it was used in Georgia. Huh? And here she is, Clara Barton, at her home and American National Red Cross headquarters office, Glen Echo, Maryland. That's really cool. So there's a Latino American display here too that I'm really looking forward to seeing. And that's just pretty neat though. Play ball. Oh boy. Hey Claire. Smithsonian Institute. Just got here. This is 1802, Revere and Son, Boston. It was made by Revere and Son. I have a bowl, Revere and Son. Huh. I pray you're having a great day. Wait until you see this. This is a fire engine. No, Smithsonian Institute and American History Museum, yes. Sorry. So cool. Wow. Hand-pumped fire engine. That is really amazing. And beautiful, too. Developed in Philadelphia in the late 18th and 19th centuries. This one's about 1842. Wow. Hey, one day at a time. Do you love this? I think this is awesome. Who likes a grandfather clock? This one, wow. Joseph Ellicott's tall case clock, completed 1769. Made in Bucks County, Pennsylvania. That is really cool. It shows the phases of the moon and the motions of the sun, moon, and planets, and it can play 24 tunes. Oh my goodness. That is amazing. How beautiful. Oh, I don't know if you can see the moon face because there's a glare. There you go. That's pretty cool. Try not to get the glares. That is, oh look, and here's the music. Oh my goodness, that is really cool. Oh my gosh, you are so welcome, one day at a time. This has really been amazing. Trying to see what's at the top. I love the colors on it and how well preserved they are. It's amazing. Oh boy. Everything closes at 4 on Sunday, so I'm going to need more time. Oh my gosh, me too, Claire. Weren't we talking about that the other day? Barton's orchid collection. Play ball. They're playing music, so I have to be careful. Oh my gosh. Albert H. Small Documents Gallery. But right now it's the Latino baseball. Like they have Mother Mary and the... Isn't that awesome? That's putting your beliefs before everything. Look at this one though. That's beautiful. Aztecas del Norte brand. For over a century in the United States and Latin America, baseball provided a way for Latinos to reach for better futures by making and seizing opportunities. Playing the sport in local leagues brought freedom from discrimination experienced off the field, opportunities to be recognized for talent on the field, and communities that provided support and shared language. In agricultural and industry, workers used the baseball field as a space to organize for rights and justice. Isn't that amazing? Good morning, Ellen. Ellen, definitely you need to hit that, take that to the actual site itself. Because I don't have any control over that. I'm not a member, and there isn't anything that I can do to change any wording or anything. So we are a constitutional republic, not a democracy, and I definitely want you to take that to the site, the actual website, 1776restorationmovement.com, or the Facebook page of the same name. Martinez.
Yeah, the about baseball.
I love dollhouses. I had a great big dollhouse with all kinds of beautiful things in it. Okay, Ellen, thanks. Yeah, you probably didn't know that there wasn't anything I could do about the website. Their website. That is beautiful. This is 1898, y'all. That's pretty neat. It's all Victorian too. I love it. Oh, is that cool? One day time? Oh my gosh. Breaking barriers. Girls breaking barriers. This is a whole section spent to girls and women taking action and making history. That's awesome. In the 1900s, science was for boys. In the 1800s, science was for girls. It says, more girls than boys studied geography, chemistry, biology, and physics in the 1800s. These subjects were seen as good for girls because they strengthened the mind and gave girls an appreciation of nature and therefore God. Science didn't become a boys' subject until the 1900s when jobs in science became available. That's really interesting. I've made some of these. Have y'all? In cross stitch. Girls mastered geography in the 1800s, placing themselves in the world around them. Amanda Holman's map sampler, 1843. Wow. $1843. This is a botanicals notebook from 1837. $17.93 and grandparents' house in 1823. I live right between them, and that's awesome. Claire, wow. There were mummies actually in the that was over in the museum we were in yesterday. That's the natural history. Whoop. I have to be careful with copyright. Sorry. So we did not go in there yesterday. It was extremely crowded. Oh, look, Girl Scouts! I got kicked out of the brownies. This girl kept making fun of me, and I had enough of it, and they wound up kicking me out. I don't know who gets kicked out of brownies, but I did. Look at this. Textile. This is a textile machine. I love weaving and doing anything really with string. Y'all know I love making my jewelry. So that's awesome. Imagine a 12 to 14 hour workday tending this machine, surrounded by the sound of dozens of spinning frames on a factory floor. Loose fibers in the air and the smell of oil. Wow. And little girls used to work. 2.6% were in the 1970s. A lot of people think it was a disgrace to work in the mills. Helen Robinson, 1970s. School and work for girl mill workers, 1860. Wow. 2.6% were aged 6 to 9. That's crazy. Here's a protest for you. Oh no, that's a sign. Small girls wanted for work. Oh my goodness. Ellen, that's awesome. My mom, she took Girl Scouts. Hey. Oh no, you're getting your oil changed. That's good. If you can do it, do it. I'm glad you are, Uncle Deuce. A girl who has arrived at suffrage will listen to an organizer, but a simpering fool who says women ain't got brains enough to vote or women ought to stay at home is beyond hope. Elizabeth Gurley Flynn, 1916. Amen. Radium Girls. They made a movie out of this. Out of Radium Girls. Radium was all the rage. A glowing radium watch was a must-have item. In factories, young women painted face dials with radioactive material. Unaware that the paint was harmful, they would place the brush tip on their lips to achieve a fine point. After suffering from radium poisoning, several young women sued their employers and brought national attention to the safety of workers. These young women helped create new laws to protect all workers. God bless them. And they made a whole movie about that. Look at that. That's an iron cradle, y'all. Wow. And their little foot, like, they would have cushion and everything, you know, but if their little foot got through, it could probably get stuck in there. Okay, Claire, we'll see you soon. I know, I need to, Uncle Deuce. But I gotta pay some bills. Before I can do all that. a mermaid tail costume. Oh, thank you, Ellen. Have a blessed day. I'm so glad you stopped in. This is... Hi. There's a lot here. Oh, we got... This is a whole wall on pageants. And we know Gloria was judging one. She was asked to judge one yesterday. Hopefully she'll be in here soon, too. Oh boy. Look at these jeans, you guys. And then wait until you see what I'm wearing. Let's see. Yeah. Looks like those jeans, it's all patchwork. Groovy. Hey. Got my hair in a do-rag. Those are awesome. Oh, they're button fly, which is my favorite. Those are so cool. After World War II, teen girls demanded clothing made just for them. Finding nothing in department stores, they got creative and made their own clothes or remixed from boys' closets. When marketers and retailers gave into these demands, it marked the beginning of teen fashion. That's awesome. Oh, we see shorts like that today. Oh, that's a beautiful vanity. Wow, because it folds up. That is beautiful. It really is. I mean, you could spend hours upon hours, all of these amazing things. It's all written up kind of like there's too many signs to see. Like the Ripley's Believe It or Not museums. It's like so much of it. How fun. Oh, let's go over here. Oh, sorry. Finger in the way. I would imagine those would be in the catacomb if they're still here. Okay, so I went into baseball. I did that. Okay, we have to go to another area. We did this whole section pretty quickly, I'm sorry to say, but we did.
The escalators are right here.
I always wanted one as a little girl. I didn't get one until I was older. But it was really old women's secretary that I used as a vanity because it worked really well. So I'm going to do the Star Spangled Banner last because they asked me not to live stream in there, which I don't know why, but I'll honor what they asked me to. Here we go. We have dreams of America, the nation of opportunity, the land of promise. We work and move and struggle to realize our dreams. We build, we rebuild. We succeed, we fail. We agree, we disagree, we change, we learn. We make the United States together. Someone needs to let our current administration know that. I had to throw it in there, you know that. There's an old Republican's national ticket. That's cool. Ballot box, Maryland, mid to late 19th century. And that is what I'm hoping we'll go back to. Let's go right to left. Within these walls, one house, 5 families, 200 years of history. This is a real house. Discover 5 of the families who lived here from the colonial era to World War II. They were famous, but the choices they made shaped their community and the nation. Who were they? What did they do? Look for clues in and around the house. This house stood on Elm Street in Ipswich, Massachusetts, a coastal town north of Boston, for 200 years. In 1963, the community members saved the house from demolition. It was carefully taken apart and the pieces were shipped to the museum and reassembled. The furnishings are historical but did not belong to the families who lived here. They staged the interior, but the exterior clapboards, floor coverings, wallpaper, and hardware are new and adapted from historical examples. Okay. The beveled glass is really amazing.
It's another street that has a big house. That's what they're
That was yesterday. We went through there yesterday. Check out my video yesterday. I went all through there. But it was pretty quick because I think it was so crowded, and I had the Wyckoffs with me, so I went at their pace, and was fine with it too. But I love all the rocks too. They're amazing. Huh? They put a whole house in here. Like, that's really interesting. They have pretend steam coming out of the stove. That's funny. Oh, Kimber, I didn't know that happened. That's awful. That is awful. I don't like the idea of anyone picking on Ma and Pa, otherwise known as Ben and Sarah. That's upsetting. I would never want to falsely accuse anybody, but 10 guesses who it was. They've been around a couple times. Oh my goodness. Oh, sorry, Uncle Deuce. I missed that. Let me see. $1943. Sorry. No, that's not it. Here, let's go back. $1710 to 2001. I don't know, I'm getting confused. I don't know if it's this house or if they're talking about houses in general. The newer part of the house in this exhibition shows the balanced front and floor plan typical of the Georgian architectural style, which was popular in Ipswich from about 1725 to 790. John and Baker House, Ipswich, about 1761. Then you have Howard House, Ipswich, late 1600s. Then Knowlton House, Ipswich, about 1675. So I guess these are all the same house? This is when the house was dismantled. Hey, Starsville Farm. That's cool. Isn't that weird, Kimber? Oh my gosh, I just don't get it. People are so weird. But yet they live here in these United States. Oh, look at these glass panes. Oh my gosh. Those are beautiful. Wow, that is gorgeous. So Uncle Deuce, it transformed, it looks like, many times because it was around for so long. So 1710 to 2001. It's interesting. There's a Navy suit from Roy Scott, who was a sailor. I'd say so, Starswell Farm. Industry. There's a lot about Ipswich in here. How you used to do laundry. So, soak overnight, boil white linens and cottons, rinse again with bluing powder, dip in starch and hang to dry. Can you imagine like how much work? That's crazy. Wow. Josiah Wedgwood's 1787 ceramic cameo medallion popularized the image of a kneeling slave and the phrase, "Am I not a man and a brother?" Is that who's kneeling next to Abraham Lincoln in the statue that's so controversial right now? That "Am I not a man and a brother?" That seems to me to be the depiction.
During the pandemic, sure. But before that, it took her to like
Look at what I think people are missing concerning that Abraham Lincoln statue that has the kneeling slave.
He doesn't know how to read.
Interesting. I wonder if that's what it is. I know sometimes I have to hand wash some of my clothes by hand, and it's so time consuming. Look at that. I want to play. Oops. They've recorded music here. I have to move. Here, we're still like inside the house. It's an interesting display. And so this is part of the house. And the different layers too. Uncle Deuce, you like that? The different layers? And the door beams look like railroad tie splits. That's really fascinating. A Vindication of the Rights of Women by Mary Wallstonecraft, 1792. Oh my goodness. This widely read and hotly debated book inspired Abigail Dodge Rogers and her students. In this era, advocates of women's rights primarily focused on achieving intellectual equality with men rather than political rights. We need to focus more on political rights. Oh, this is how you make lace. And that piece of lace will go around that pillow. Isn't that remarkable? Uncle Deuce wants that book. I'm not getting it for you. Oh my goodness, that's like so much work. Debating liberty. I have some old Williamsburg teapots that I love. Well, I could spend some time in here. That's how you grab your sugar cubes there. The scissors looking thing. Finer living. Oh boy, here's a favorite wall right there. Yeah, that lace is amazing. I'm particularly amazed by that because it's hard to keep those edges so straight, and it's just like, wow, look at these walls. That is amazing. Sorry. Oh, I'm trapped in. I'm just going to go this way. That's okay. I could stay in there a while longer, that's for sure. Shackles, Puerto Rico, 19th century. Look at that obsidian blade. Wow. Prized by Northwest California Indians for its beauty and value. Gift of the Chase Manhattan Bank. That thing is huge. I don't know if you can tell. It's much longer than my hand. I have long fingers. Isn't that true, Uncle Deuce? One with ventilators on it. How did we become us?
How did we become the United States?
How do we become us?
Oh, that's amazing. One day at a time. I love to sew and make things too, but I'm not very good. These are the cowrie shells, aren't they? Isn't that beautiful? I'm sorry. Oh, look at this spur, you guys. That is serious.
How did we become the United States?
Who ever thought that they had to have that? That's really crazy.
How did we become up?
I'm sorry. That was a costly lesson. Bless your heart. Look at these. Man's Moccasins, North Michigan, around 1790. Now, I have a moccasin pattern, and I cannot wait to make some tall boot moccasins. Trading post in today's far north Michigan. The unadorned pair may have been made for trade. A decorated pair featuring porcupine quills, deer hair, and silk ribbons may have been made for personal use or as a gift. Wow. The porcupine quills are on the tassels. Oh, yeah, blue jean. That is really cool. Isn't that amazing? So that's the kind of stuff I love. Oh, look at that. This is what I love, y'all. You know I want to go home and make beads now. I haven't made jewelry in weeks. Can you imagine wearing that? So crazy. This plaque here marked a Philadelphia building as insured by the Contributionship of Fire Insurance Association, found in 1752. Its design expressed the principle behind that organization, a joining of hands for mutual aid. That's where that came from. Influenced by Quaker conscience and Enlightenment ideals of civic improvement, Philadelphians became renowned for forming many educational, fraternal, public service, and craft organizations. Nice. Yeah, quilts, they stay in the family for years if they're taken care of. This is early 1900s. This was introduced around the time of World War of 1812. Uncle Sam symbolized the Union during the Civil War. By the 1900s, the image of Uncle Sam came to represent the presence of the U.S. government. I have not made jewelry out of silverware, but I have seen some jewelry made out of silverware. It's pretty neat. I make jewelry out of leather and beads, and I also will do weaving, peyote stitch, all kinds of things. Oh, I love this. It's one of my favorites. Uh-huh. Smith, what's up? Let's good to see. If I missed anybody, hello everyone. I'm so grateful you came and joined me. For a quick tour, because there's so much to see and read that I'll probably come back and do this on my own. Aprons, Swedish 1800s. Oh, here's a book. Handbook for Immigrants around 1850. Bilingual publications offered immigrants information about life in America and about states, resources, population, and settlement. Some guides embellished accounts of life on the prairie. Newcomers often found their destination vastly different from what they expected. Oh, no. False information from the mid-1800s. Oh, no. That's cool. This is about the slave trade, but that is some model, isn't it? It's really big. I don't know if you can tell. There's a washstand and there's that model. It's really big. It's very intricate. It's beautiful. But what it was used for was not. Those are marbles from the 1800s. They are gorgeous. Oh no, that's a lice comb, you guys. Those are the teeth from. Oh no, they had to deal with a lot of that back then. Oh, that's a pipe fragment. That's a clay pipe fragment. How interesting. Wow. Oh, I'm so grateful, one day at a time. This is really cool. Chinese exclusion. White laborers considered the Chinese competition and responded with hostility. Californians led the effort to prohibit further Chinese immigration, encouraging passage of the 1882 Chinese Exclusion Act. Can you imagine? This picture illustrates a Bret Harte poem that rebuked a white card shark cheating a Chinese man. It was misunderstood as a condemnation of the Chinese. Picture with scene from poem, plain language from Truthful James. And to think that in 2021 we still deal with that kind of nonsense, it just really is upsetting to me. I don't understand. Columbia figure 1860s with her Liberty cap and patriotic shield. One of many idealized feminine figures that personified the new nation. Oh, here you go. A Connecticut gold miner, 1849, William Sumner Johnson of Connecticut, headed to San Francisco in search of gold. He took this trunk. Oh my gosh, this is his trunk. Oh on the long trip west and wrote letters home to his wife about the circuitous route he took across the continent by sea and on horseback. That's crazy. That trunk's from 1849, around there. Letter written by William Sumner Johnson to his wife, 1849. Oh my gosh. That's what's next to it. That's wild. Oh my goodness. Oh, it's a candle holder. Boy, is that elaborate. Beaded suede. That is beautiful. Ni-mi-pu, the Nez Perce Chief Tamason, who had converted to Christianity, was a delegate to Washington, D.C. for the Nez Perce around 1880s. Rabbit skin leggings of the Nez Perce tribe painted by George Catlin while in St. Louis around 1831. By 1700, more than 4,500 Nimipu lived in the Northwest Plateau region, now the states of Washington, Idaho, and Oregon. In 1805, they saved members of the Lewis and Clark expedition from starvation, receiving them with hospitality. English, American, and French fur trappers followed, with the French giving the Nimipu the name of Nez Perce, pierced nose. Nez Perce means pierced nose. Huh? Wow. That's a huge tent settlement, the tribal settlement. Absolutely beautiful. So these were worn on the pants. Okay, I see. They draped down the leg and then wrapped around the leg. You can see it in the picture. I thought you'd like that, Uncle Deuce. See how it wraps around the leg? That portion over there. That's beautiful. It just didn't say specifically about the gun, though. Unless that's... No, that's not the same as what he's holding. Oh boy, look at this. I put my bongos in the car too because guess what day today is? It's Sunday and they've got the drums in the park. That's that drum. That's that drum right there. From Hawaiian nation to an American state, with the Hawaiian lands discovered by the Englishman Captain James Cook in 1778, Western traders, missionaries, explorers, and whalers soon arrived with their own objectives. They drastically transformed native Hawaiian ways on the island. In 1959, nearly 200 years later, Hawaii became an American state. Look at that, wow. That's cool. Creole culture in Puerto Rico. Puerto Rico. It's a brooch with a seal. I have to skip by the recordings. Reading a new Chinatown in Chicago. Look at that. Wow. Hi, Turp. Well, that's what I was thinking. It's only 100 degrees out, but it'll still be going on when this is closed. Because we love the drum circle. Sunday, drum day, fun day. Everybody's up for that, huh? I have to say, the museums aren't that popular with my, with our channel viewers. Look at that old bakery sign. That's cool. I got more music. I gotta go this way. Here's a sewing machine. In 1995, 72 undocumented Thai immigrants were rescued from a sweatshop in El Monte, California, where they were held captive. Oh my gosh. This highly publicized case brought attention to illegal sweatshops that became a call to action for garment workers and advocates who came together in unions and human rights organizations to fight for better labor conditions. This is a sewing machine, chair, shirt, and fabric trim from El Monte sweatshop. Oh my goodness, isn't that crazy? I can remember when it was like everyone started, they were like, don't buy certain clothes from certain places, but we had sweatshops going right here in America. Isn't that crazy? This statue's original pedestal features a simple message borrowed from African-American poet Langston Hughes. I, too, am America. This Lady Liberty holds a basket of tomatoes to represent the work of agricultural laborers. They didn't have labels, but only size of tab on inside. Oh, that's interesting, Turb. I didn't know that. I did not know that. Let's see what's... I don't remember which way I was going. I don't think I've been this way yet. What was that? Nicholas F. and Tubman. Eugenia Tubman Gallery. What is that? Oh, some of Benjamin Franklin's scientific innovation in religious terms. That's Benjamin Franklin's lightning rod, 1760s. Oh my gosh. Benjamin Franklin's lightning rod. What? Claire. Tell him to settle down. Wow. a copy of this for my artworks. And it's some of the different Native American symbols. Or maybe that's what I thought it was. And it might be intermingled in the kept records of many communities across time and space. Cosmos. Flames History, 1877. Science is how things change, not why it does. No, science is how things change, not why. It does not mean there is no God. Fatima Jackson, biologist. Hi, James. In the 1800s, both religion and science evoked wonder, but at times their interactions gave rise to conflict. Amen, one day at a time. Oh boy, I could spend some time in here just reading all day. Here's a stitching together religion and science. Solar system in a quilt. What were we just talking about? Look at that. Look at the stitching and everything. That's remarkable. Hilvanando Religion y Ciencia. Oh, stitching things together, religion and science. Ellen Harding Baker spent 7 years making this quilt to illustrate her astronomy lectures in churches and community halls across Iowa. In cotton wool and elaborate silk embroidery, she depicted the sun, stars, and planets. The blazing comet in the corner may represent one that, in 1882, inspired religious musings and wonder at the universe. Wow. That's the blazing comet there. That's amazing. Mary Margaret says that the left closed the Smithsonian museums down for many months, and it is suspected they changed educational history at all the museums in Washington, D.C. That would be a hard thing to do. That's all I can say about that. That would be a difficult task. Model of mid-1500s automation built to highlight the mechanism that makes it move. 1980. This net of 128 sensors measures the brain's electrical activities during electroencephalogram. 1999. Wow. This model, Renaissance technologies like the ticking gears inside this model of a 1550s mechanical monk helped inspire the Enlightenment era, a concept of a divinely created clockwork universe that governed the stars, the complex workings of the brain to understand the mechanisms that govern practices and beliefs. Wow. Huh. It's time to take care of Uno, like as in Uno, numero uno one. Fascinating. We hold these truths to be self-evident, that all men are created equal, that they are endowed by their Creator with certain unalienable rights, that among these are life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness, that to secure these rights, governments are instituted among men, deriving their just powers from the consent of the governed. Deriving their just powers from the consent of the governed. Declaration of Independence, July 4th, 1776. Why does our current administration have so much difficulty with that? Oh, we were already in here, weren't we? Oh my goodness, I'm going to have to come back to this one. This is amazing. This is the lanterns. Torchlight Parade, 1860. Oh. Oh my goodness, here's another one. Look at this quilt. Wow. William Henry Harrison. An entire quilt. Wow. Ribbons for political campaigns and commemorative events. And they created a quilt out of it, out of the ribbons for his campaign. Oh my gosh. Oh no, I did not, Terp. I went home, so it actually took me a while to get out to DC today. Oh boy, I'd like to come in here and do this when I've got more time. Wow. Right, James? It's like they didn't mind, I don't think, Buffalo Man 11 sitting outside of the tent. They just didn't want it inside of the tent. There's an upstairs. That's okay, that's okay. Excuse me. It's huge, I know. I just saw there was upstairs. Let's go up. For your safety, please do not run or play on escalators. Okay. Not today. What do y'all think of this? This is not a popular thing to do, though. We only have 18 people viewing, but please, please, please hit the like button, those of you that are watching. Chinese Checkers original and Looney Tune. Oh, that's awesome. I remember our conversation about the puzzles. Oh boy, let's go to the right first. Oh boy. Wow. That is some guitar, isn't it? Oh my gosh. Bajo Sexto, 1972, made in San Antonio by the late Martin Macias, whose family continues to craft bajos from his original molds. Wow, that is gorgeous. Legendary player Max Baca received this bajo from his from his father when he was about 6 years old, and later emblazoned his name on the fretboard. When he plays the diverse dance music traditions of the region. Oh my gosh, is that awesome? Yeah, I was just reading the sign, you know me. I'll share what I can. There's some kind of a theater, so I can't show you that. I think whatever was back here is, I don't know what this is. This seems to be like a viewing area. Oh boy, look. It's the African Museum. That was crazy. Did y'all see that with the plane and how that looked with the monument? That was wild. Oh boy, look at this. A cello. I wanted to play the cello at one point. Antonio Stradivari. These are all Stradivari. Or these two. $1709. That's the second one in. 1709 is labeled. Wow. That's just wild that it can be preserved so well all these years. 1663 Viola by Niccolo Amati, the Professor of Worth. 1663. And then the cello by Niccolo Amati, 1677, the Herbert. They named them. This is the Herbert. Wow. Isn't that wild? Oh my gosh. They really are amazing. I wish you could, can you see are you able to see the sides of them? This one's all engraved. It's absolutely gorgeous. See the engraving on the, right there? The light's catching it. Some kind of a bird thing, but it's all engraved all the way around it. Absolutely gorgeous. Wow. Amazing. So fantastic. Oh my gosh. I wasn't expecting to see those. Oh, James, did you have a good time though at at the concert in Dallas. Bat used by Hank Aaron. Look at that, y'all. Hollering at the concert. It must have been good then. Awesome. Bat used by Hank Aaron in the Major League All-Star Game 1957 and a glove he used 1963 to 1964. How amazing is that? Wow. That's cool. It is better being in here right now than it is 100 degrees. If I was feeling like James, I'd probably keel over. Look at that. The gramophone. Cool. Look at these. This one was experimental, made from celluloid. 1888. Berliner's gramophone. Graphophone here. 1886. It could record about 5 minutes of dictation or 2 or 3 short business letters. How amazing, y'all. And here we are, like, live streaming. Like, I'm bringing y'all with me to come see it. That's, like, amazing. Edison's talking machine. And here we are talking to each other from in real time, well, maybe a slight delay, but almost, from multiple states and around the world when Haggis gets on. That's pretty amazing. Here's the more modern ones. This is, I want to go there. This is not that museum, but I do want to go there. I want to go to the Inventors Museum. This is Smithsonian. So the MP3 player is here now. CDs is here. Multimedia Rio, the first commercially successful portable digital audio player, 1998. Can you believe that? And it's already like just gone. Crazy. iPod. Dolby's noise reduction system. Oh, there it is. Sony Walkman. With Lionel Richie. That's awesome. The Inventors Museum. I know. But all of these museums are free. These are our national museums. Isn't that awesome? But I did hear that it costs like $7 maybe to go into that butterfly area. Who's down? Oh, the American presidency and the First Lady. That was a whole wall dedicated to why we donate. Oh boy, Oh, look at this. Excuse me, I'm just gonna grab this really quick. I do solemnly swear or affirm that I will faithfully execute the office of President of the United States and will, to the best of my ability, preserve, protect, and defend the Constitution of the United States. The presidential oath of office. Okay, can somebody please print that and send that to our current president? Oh, nobody else? It's probably because it's so hot. They're probably retreating to their air conditioning in the cars right now. This is the First Ladies. This is always a good one. These are the inaugural gowns of the First Ladies. Yes, that'll be a nice trip. We will definitely go. Eleanor Roosevelt is the green one in the back. And Caroline Scott Harrison is the this one up front. The velvet. Nancy Reagan. That looks like something my grandmother would have worn. Her size, too. They were both tiny women. Lou Hoover's evening gown, the green. And behind it is a day dress. Or, I'm sorry, beside it here, the floral is a day dress. Jacqueline Kennedy's costume pearl necklace that was so popular. And her yellow silk evening gown. Absolutely stunning.
Okay, I would wear this, right?
Frances Folsom Cleveland. Frances Cleveland skirt and bodices. That's what was in the back as well. I know, isn't it amazing? Hey, Caitlin, yeah, these are amazing. Hopefully, we'll see if Millennium News is here. Julia Dent Grant's evening gown. We've seen many pictures of her in this. Oh my gosh, look at this. Edith Wilson's evening dress. Oh wait, I'm confused. Edith Wilson's evening dress, is this here? Oh, this is Julia Grant's evening gown here. The one in the middle. And then this is Edith Wilson's evening dress. I know, right? Well, I think Julia Dent Grant was very short anyway. This is Lucy Webb Hayes' reception gown. That is stunning with the bustle in the back and everything. Because men designed this to make them look like they had bigger behinds than they did. Isn't that weird? Beautiful. Oh, look, the handbag too. This is Mamie Dowd Eisenhower's 1953 to 1961. She loved clothes. This is a silk damask ball gown. And she wore it to the 1957 state dinner at the British Embassy. And it included matching purse and shoes. Absolutely gorgeous. Oh boy. Grace Goodhue Coolidge. Look at that. And that's circa 1923, 1929. Or I'm sorry, that's when she was First Lady. And That is a flapper style dress, isn't it? Wow. Fantastic. That is so cute. But look, I mean, look how much they push the styles just from one one time period to another. Oh, I know. People's bodies have changed. You're absolutely right. And a lot of people say it's because of the hormones that in our food and drinking milk and things like that. Okay, we have more over here. I guess we'll go around this way. The political Dolly Madison. Like many women in the early republic, Dolly Madison practiced a personal form of politics as part of a social network of friends, relations, and the wives of Washington officials. Exchanging letters and visits, the First Lady gathered and dispensed information about political events and public opinion. Using her influence to find jobs as favors for their friends and family, she expanded the network and increased goodwill toward the president and his administration. Look at this. Wow. That is stunning.
I guess they had to make it just
I almost ran into class. That is beautiful.
so they
These are Dolly Madison. And some of her personal things. That is a gorgeous fan. Oh my goodness. Painted paper fan. That is beautiful. It's immaculate. I even have a silver tea set. Isn't that amazing? I don't think it'll ever be used ever again. Those days have come and gone. Isn't that wild? Edith Caro Roosevelt, 1901 to 1909. Wow. It's a necklace. The Lady Bird Special. Lady Bird Johnson in her inaugural ensemble, 1965. Here we go. Here's Melania's. (2017) Vanilla silk crepe off the shoulder gown with a slit skirt, ruffled accent trim from neck to hem, and a claret ribbon around the waist, designed by Hervé Pierre in collaboration with Melania Trump. It is beautiful. And then here's Michelle Robinson Obama. Her inaugural gown from 2009. That is beautiful. kind of. She wore it well. She absolutely wore it well. It photographs better than it presents here. It absolutely photographs better than it presents in person. That's really interesting. Laura Bush.
They are so pretty.
And Hillary Clinton's. Barbara Pierce Bush. Nancy Davis Reagan. Look at the shoes. Oh my gosh. They are so specific for that gown. Wow. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Oh my goodness. And then Rosalind Carter. Wow.
She's tiny too. Straight up.
Sorry. Oh, sorry, honey. Excuse me. Excuse me. Oh my goodness. The kids were right around me. I couldn't get by. That was really interesting, wasn't it? That was interesting. Why did I not see oh, we did. Okay. Beautiful. All right, y'all don't forget to hit that like button. All 25 of you. I've decided that the museums are not the most popular, but I sure do like them. So I'm kind of heading towards the entrance because I'm starting to lose. Oh, wasn't that fun? Oh my gosh, that was really fun. But for some reason, I don't feel like we saw Jackie Kennedy. Detour to Lincoln's Hat this way. Wow. Look at this. Ah, how cool is that? That's so steampunk. There are other things going on today. Wow. Okay, I was looking for the escalator. I keep saying detour to Lincoln's Hat. Gunboat Philadelphia. Oh boy. Wow. That's right, Uncle Deuce. You got it. Wow, look. Gunboat Philadelphia. The Continental Gunboat Philadelphia. Built and sunk in 1776, this oldest American man of war in existence symbolizes the resourcefulness of those who established our nation's independence. Constructed in barely 2 months, the Gunboat Philadelphia fought with the Continental Squadron. The continuously frustrated British efforts to isolate New England by occupying central New York. Benedict Arnold's successful delaying action on Lake Champlain was a pivotal moment that helped ensure victory at Saratoga. in 1777 and decisive French intervention on the American side. The Philadelphia sank on October 11th, 1776, when a 24-pound shot from British forces hit the boat and caused rapid flooding. Wow. And here it is, you guys, like right here. £12-pound projectile, which flew end over end at approximately 1,200 feet per second when fired from a cannon, was used to destroy the sails, masts, and riggings of enemy ships. Oh my goodness. Underwater discovery. The Philadelphia was found in 1935 with its mast standing tall, the top barely 15 feet below the surface of Valcour Bay. After almost 160 years, the Philadelphia remained in its upright position in 60 feet of water, armed with 3 cannon and a swivel. Colonel Lorenzo Hagland, an experienced salvage engineer from New York, made the discovery, and the Philadelphia was lifted from the water with slings and spreaders to prevent its sides from being crushed. The boat came to the Smithsonian after being displayed in the Lake Champlain area for more than 25 years. It was on exhibit at the openings of this museum's Armed Forces History Hall in 1965. Wow! The gunboat being loaded by crane onto a barge for transport via Lake Champlain to Washington, D.C. for preservation, documentation, and display. Huh. Yeah, that's awesome. As seen in this 1974 picture, the Philadelphia exhibit had raised a platform on the port side to allow visitors to look into the gunboat. In 1986, the boat was moved to its current position. Still in its protective transportation container, the Philadelphia is raised to the 3rd floor of the museum by cranes in order to place the boat into the museum. Okay, so it's in a protective. That's what I was looking at. Oh my goodness. Look, the old metal pieces too. Wow. Oh, the British shot that sank the gunboat. This 24-pound shot, marked with the Crown's broad arrow, shattered numerous planks and frames at this point. It caused rapid flooding that forced the abandonment of the Philadelphia shortly after nightfall. Oh my gosh. British shot that sank the gunboat. That's crazy. That is remarkable.
So, that's gonna make the whole shot that sinks the gunboat. I mean,
How amazing is that? Wow.
I'm gonna just be where I was born.
Right.
Wow. Oh my gosh, it's really big, y'all. It's really, really big. Much larger than it seemed it would be from below. That's set up very nicely. And there's the bow.
Locations are fantastic.
I mean not the bow. Oh, for heaven's sakes. That's the bow. The mast. There we go. Oh my goodness. Remarkable. See the bricks over there? And they have a stair here so you can look down inside of it. Oh my gosh. How cool. There's cannons over there. The cannonballs for the cannon. And the smaller cannon too. That is amazing. The cold, fresh water of Lake Champlain preserved the shipwreck well. Okay. Oh my gosh, that's amazing. Oars, oh, that's one of the oars. I thought so. Oars suspended overhead. The crew used the oars or sweeps to maneuver the Philadelphia when sails alone could not provide enough power. That is a really long oar. That's amazing. Wow. I love how they have like the dark and everything, so it's like it creates like this really kind of mystical, eerie. It's easy to overlook artifacts and artifacts' smallest details, but doing so may cause you to miss discovering valuable information. Of the 6 spoons on display in the large case to the left, 3 are monogrammed with their owner's initials. The one enlarged below is believed to have belonged to either Seaman Samuel Harris or Samuel Heath. Heath was listed as an X on the final payroll of the Philadelphia's crew. Could this X indicate that Heath was captured or one of the earliest casualties in the American War of Independence? Wow. That's pretty remarkable. I know, right? With all this heavy equipment on it, it's just amazing. Look, there's some more cannonballs. Look at the seats, like the, wow. And I guess they could sit there too to row. Amazing. Excuse me. This model represents the Philadelphia as it appeared in October 1776 at the Battle of Valcour Island. Amazing. Squirrel? Why would she cause problems at the mall? She's all right. These are some of the personal artifacts. That is amazing. Oh. Yeah, it jerks back to you, right? Oh my gosh, so crazy. Oh, look, you guys. Wooden musket stock. Musket balls. Bayonets. Fascine knives for cutting branches. The Americans had to expand their tiny navy in order to have any hope of defending Lake Champlain from the British. Benedict Arnold wrote to the Continental Congress in June 1776 that to augment our navy on the lake appears to me of the utmost importance. Congress agreed. In just over 2 months, under Arnold's constant urging, shipwrights built 4 72-foot galleys and 8 53-foot gondolas, including the Philadelphia. So the Philadelphia is considered a gondola. The flat-bottomed gondola's square sails rarely provided enough power, and the crewmen often had to take to their oars. Oh, that's remarkable. Absolutely amazing.
This is a normal cruise ship.
That's nice. They have a lift for anyone in a wheelchair so they can see the upper part as well. I think that's awesome. Wow. I could stay here like and read about more about Benedict Arnold and that we didn't know. So it's just amazing. Squirrel, last time I talked to Squirrel, she was hoping that we could all come together. How far out is she, or has she already arrived? And maybe I'll give her a call and ask her what's up. No, I haven't been by camp yet. By the mall yet. I'm on the mall. I haven't been by the 1776 yet. There you go. I couldn't get it out. Oh my gosh, I can't. I don't know how to get down. Oh, here we go. Yeah, this is amazing. Oh my gosh, yes, at least Clara, yes, you can watch the whole thing. That's so cool. So we just touched on the surface of it. There's so much to explore here. So much. Oh my gosh, look, bricks from the Wizard of Oz. What in the world? The Wizard of Oz collection by Ernest Wilder. I don't know what that was about. All right. Huh. Well, I mean, everybody has many layers. I'm very aware that she has more layers than she showed me. You know, I mean, everybody does have many layers, so I can't imagine what kind of trouble she would want to start. The ruby red slippers, I know they're probably here somewhere. Who knows? The American, wow. How many floors did I go up? There's a downstairs too. Oh, it's a cafeteria.
That was pretty cool. I like that. See how that goes?
Okay, we gotta head to the front because I gotta plug in. Oh my gosh, I would love to have seen Roy Rogers' horse. I have seen it in the past. I did not see it today. We just barely touched the surface here today. For real. Oh, there's a museum store downstairs and a cafeteria. Museum store upstairs. Oh my goodness, you could spend like days and days and still not see it all. That is for sure. But that was awesome. Have a great day.
All right.
Thank you, huh? That was terrific. I'm gonna get the gimbal out so it's not so jumpy. It was nice and cool in there, but I don't know, for some reason it doesn't seem too bad right now, but probably because I've been turned into a popsicle inside. So I'd imagine I'm going to feel the heat here soon. It's going to hit me. Oh, goodness. Well, we can go by camp and then I'll, and then maybe we'll see about some drums or something. Let me get you all on the gimbal. I'm gonna set you down real quick, sorry. Oh, that's cool, Claire. Yeah, that's the way to do it. And the zoo, too. I know we still need to go to the zoo, but not when it's 100 degrees. And not on the weekend, that's for sure. Oh my gosh, sorry y'all. I'm sorry about that. I can forget that quickly what I'm doing, you know? Oh boy, that's better. Okay. Air and Space, I know, I've been to that so many times too. You can still go to some of the displays in Virginia. So I wonder if this is the same person that created that time warp portal at the Congressional Cemetery the other day. It has the same kind of look to it, doesn't it? That had to be the strangest headstone I've ever seen in my life. But the sentiment behind it was nice. It was like infinity. You know, that a person is always with you. Yeah, the aquarium's in Baltimore. That's amazing. And the way that they did it takes you down through the depths, and you'll visit with some of the sea creatures at each depth where they would maybe be in the sea. It's pretty neat. Look at this beautiful planter, y'all. My cousin does planters, gorgeous botanicals. Isn't that nice? Very pretty. There's a lot of money spent on things like that here. Oh yeah, 30 years ago, absolutely. Or it may not be as amazing as in the beginning. I don't know. I haven't been in a little while. I need to go. Or we need to go. I'm gonna get my keys out. I'd ask that nice security guard if he would drop dropped my keys in the bag for me. I'm not sure where he dropped them though. Oh, he dropped them in the big part. I got them. There's an easier way to put a backpack on. I don't know what it is. Oh my goodness. All right. Make sure I didn't drop anything. We're good.
$1 water, $2 Coca-Cola, Dr. Pepper, Spangled Gatorade.
Boy, that was terrific. I enjoyed that a lot. Hadn't been in there in a while. A lot of our tax dollars went to the Smithsonian, I think, to preserve our history, which right now seems like some would like to erase. Isn't that weird?